Hey guys, this is Grace and welcome to my channel and welcome to process video number 231. And I am still working on the July homemade scrapbook kit. And as you remember, the last one I cut out maybe an inch or an inch and a quarter strips so that I can make banners. And so I'm pulling them out here and I'm going to make more, and then I'm going to use that as a background for my, or like not really background, because the background will be the pink cardstock, but I will use the pattern paper strips, blocks, whatever you call them, and I'm gonna kind of use that as a pattern paper background for the layout. But first I need to create some kind of border here, and then I'm also cutting that shine on from that cut apart paper because that will be my title. So now that I have some of those items cut out. I also, if you noticed, I cut that blue kind of checkered paper. That's going to be my border. And then I'm going to cut some more of these papers. I'm deciding to cut them in different widths just to kind of have a difference from them. And then I'm going to lay, let me see, I think I'm laying 6 of them in the background and then adding my photos and my title block on top of that. This layout was inspired by a Scrapbook Generation sketch, and can't remember where I found it. Most likely I found them in my sketch binder. And if you have not seen my sketch binder, I will try to make sure to link that in the description box below so you can see how I've organized my sketches. And I have to say that that has helped me a lot this past few months, because it's been easy for me to just flip through it and get some inspiration through that binder. So again, I'm just laying them out. This is, if you're new to me or you're new to how I create, this is basically my process. I cut up papers, I lay them out, I don't adhere anything yet. Just kind of giving me a sense of how the finished layout's gonna look like. And then when I'm happy with it, that's when I start adhering things. So some people, they don't like this kind of process because then they have to move things around, because of course nothing is adhered, so you have to definitely things are going to get shifted and they're going to move. But for me, I'd rather do this because I don't want to have to pull them out, especially when I have adhesive on it. Now I'm just kind of seeing that my photos feel like it's not standing out so much against all of those papers and the background cardstock, so I'm deciding to matte them. And I did pull out a few cardstock pieces for this homemade kit. I will make sure to link the homemade kit in the description box below as well. But I decided that that blue will be good because there's that blue on the background of my daughter. And because I'm not quite sure what I will end up using the rest of that cardstock for, I decided to cut the inside of it instead of cutting from the corner, so that if I wanted to use that as a background, which I normally do anyways, I will be able to use the full sheet of that 12 by 12 and not have to worry about having to pull out another blue one from my stash. So I like that idea. Now I'm going to miter the corners of the half-inch strips of paper so that I will have a perfect frame around my page. So a little bit about the photos. These are pictures of my daughter in 2018 when it was the day that she got her glasses. She failed her eye exam, the one that the school always does in the beginning of the year. And so we had to get her some glasses, and she was the one that chose her frame and all that. So I told her to take pictures, and we just took her to Walmart. The optometrists at Walmart, they felt like, it was still kind of a kid type prescription, so I wasn't I wasn't really concerned about, like, like she has to has the most expensive frames out there. So we just took her to Walmart, and I did ink up the edges of the paper strips so that it will kind of have a little bit of shadowing there. And then I'm adhering all of the items. I am trying to use my T square ruler, but even that I had to pull out the photos. But I wanted the photos not quite center, but just close to the center. And then I am going to put the title. I did add some foam adhesive to the title so that it will stand out a little bit more. And I gotta say that, her kind of hamming it up on the photo, that is all her. I did not tell her to do that. So I think that adds to her personality and adds to the fun of the images that I was able to capture after she got her glasses. And so those circles that you're seeing on the top left now, initially I did not, those circles were not part of my homemade kit, but they were just kind of in a little container on the side of my table. And I noticed that they would be perfect as a kind of housing my visual triangle here because of all of the sharp edges of my strips, my rectangles, and then my corners. I feel like a circle would be a good way to balance out all of the hard edges of my layout. So I decided to pull that out, even though they're not part of my initial homemade kit. So I'm going to put that in 3 different spots, and then I am going to add some accents to it, just a little bit of stickers here and there, mostly word phrase stickers, and then I'm going to call it good. So I hope that you guys are liking these kinds of videos. If you have any questions, let me know in the description box below. I believe this is layout number 4 for me, and I have a few more layouts to go with this homemade kit, and then I'm gonna call it good. I think I managed to do maybe 7 or 8 layouts. I did make this layout a few weeks ago, maybe 2 weeks ago or so, and I am now on, I want to say, layout number 7, but I am taking a break from this homemade kit because I wanted to get a head start on my August 10 handmade, 10 homemade, no, 10 handmade cards, 1 homemade kit. I make up all these series and I don't even remember how I named them. Sorry. But anyways, I am going to get a head start on that homemade kit video because that's the next one on my lineup for August. And then if inspiration strikes, I am definitely going to go back to this homemade kit. Funny enough, with this kit, I created it specifically for summer photos, but I am not ending up making summer photos. I mean, I'm not ending up creating layouts, summer layouts with this. It's just kind of interesting. But anyways, so I am just trying to find some other items to use for this layout. I'm putting some stickers. These are just some arrow stickers from these remarks sticker sheet, and I'm just gonna go and have fun with this, trying to finish up this layout. Again, if you have any questions, make sure that you leave it in the comment section below. If you like these videos, please consider giving it a thumbs up and subscribing, and I will catch you guys another day. Bye.